Drafting is one of the most fun and exciting ways to play any card game. Opening boosters and knowing you're limited to a single pick really makes you appreciate every card in the pack. Each week, me and Sam will open 4 packs of each core DM era set and add a single card from each pack to our collections. We will then build decks and play a best of 3 with the loser banning 1 card. The first player to reach 10 wins takes the trophy and is crowned DM champion. Join us as we return to the game's inception and draft the oldest cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! In this series, Yu-Gi-Oh! Generation Draft. Oh, that's pretty gross.
It's a pretty good card. So now you have to use something on this.
Well, I'll show you what I've got.
Oh.
Unfortunately, it is not enough.
Oh.
Yeah, I run 2 tribute monsters and I've got them both in my hand.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, we did lose last week to Sam, but we did manage to ban his Change of Heart, which is a really troublesome spell card, and we get the loser's kind of pity prize, which is 10 packs of the side set Tournament Pack 2. So fingers crossed we get something decent out of here, like Morphing Jar. Let's fire it in and see what we can get. So pack number 1, not really much to speak about here. 2-headed King Rex, sure. Pack number 2, we will take Crawling Dragon number 2. Pack number 3, sure, why not? Pack number 4, nothing really to speak about here. Pack number 5, we'll take Twin-headed Rex. Pack number 6, oh! Alright, Morphing Jar is a really, really good pickup. I will probably just be able to use this anyway, but this can be a tricky card because it does technically benefit Sam, because we can give him a brand new hand as well, but we're really happy we got this because I don't think there was really much else we could have got out of it. Next pack, Water Magician, sure. Then Spirit of the Books. We'll take Maiden of the Moonlight, and then last pack. Okay, we have 2 Morphing Jars. Can we do anything with that? We could potentially do like Empty Jar. That could work. We'd probably have to find some Cyber Jars though, but now we could potentially start picking up things like Book of Taiyu to try and get this strategy going. The question becomes, do we reveal this to Sam early and risk him banning it or having the knowledge? When we reveal our decks to each other, we do show the quantities that we have of each card. So if I only ran the 1 Morphing Jar, it would say on it that I have 2 of them. So Sam would know. So this is going to be a thinker. I'm not sure if we'll be playing it this week. Maybe. Let's just save that to the collection. Oh, let's open the rest of our packs. All right, well, we still have some things on the go. We're still looking for zombies. We have kind of this little water strategy going for when stuff eventually gets banned out. We do still have our chaos at full strength, so any more chaos cards, any kind of decent removal, and any kind of just DM staples that are completely bonkers. So let's fire on in and see what we can get. So pack number 1, Legend of Blue Eyes. Again, not really much here. I guess 2-pronged attack is probably the best card here, even though it's not making it into the deck. All right, pack number 4. Dark Elf. We really do not need another Dark Elf, but we will take a Thunder Dragon, I suppose. Alright, Magic Ruler. Let's see what we can get. Rush Recklessly is decent. I think we'll probably take that. Pack number 2. Ooh, a second Nobleman of Extermination. We will happily take that. We do need Spell Trap Destruction. Sam's now got 2 Dust and a Mystical Space Typhoon, so really important we have this. Pack number 2. Magic Cylinder. Now that is a good card. We will definitely be taking that. Although there are 2 other really good cards in here, I think we have to take the Magic Cylinder. Alright, pack number 4. That is another Blast with Chain. That's a playset of Blast with Chain. If we can find Gear Free, that could be really big. Next pack, Necro Valley is probably the pick here. This does make Gravekeepers a bit more live, so maybe we can do something like that in the future. Alright, third pack of Phronic Guardian. Reckless Greed and Raigeki. So Reckless Greed is tempting. We already have one. But I think Raigeki Break, we're really hurting for really strong removal options, and I think Raigeki Break is too good to pass up. Right, Magician's Force. Des Koala is not bad. Magical Scientist has some use, but not right now, and it's a common, so it should be coming up again later. Des Koala is an okay body. It's a dark monster, so it does still work with our Chaos strategy and can burn for quite a lot. Old Vindictive is also really good because it's a dark monster. But it is a common. I think we're going to take this koala just because it's a rare. That might bite us. We'll have to see. All right, last pack. And we get... Old Vindictive is decent. Magical Library's decent. Thunder of Ruler is playable. I think probably Old Vindictive Magician's going to be the pick here. Next pack. Chaos Rider Gustav is funny, but Smash and Ground is definitely the pick here. We definitely just need more removal. Next pack. Chaos Sorcerer. I mean, Grand Marju may be okay if you squint at it, but not right now. I guess Chaos Sorcerer's got to be the pick. Right, Ancient Sanctuary. Let's see what we can get. Jiu-Jitsu and Solar Flare. These are definitely the two cards we're thinking about. It's got to be Jiu-Jitsu though, right? Jiu-Jitsu is just so good. Right, Soul of the Duelist. Let's see if we can get anything good here. Looks like probably not. I suppose we'll take Horus. Why not? Pack number 2. Hammer Shot is a decent card. I think that is definitely the pick here. Alright, last pack of Soul of the Duelist. Second Hammer Shot is not bad. I think we just take that. Again, we were hurting for removal. Now we have a bit more removal. Hopefully that will even the odds a little bit. Next pack. Ooh, Dekoichi. I don't think we need Monster Reincarnation. I really don't think we need this card. But Dekoichi is fantastic. We'll take that. Right, next pack we have... Ooh, a second Thestalos. I think we have to take this, right? Realistically. Machine Dupe is not going to have any practical use for a long time, so we don't need to worry about that. Alright, final pack. Can we get anything good in the close? Okay, not really. Yeah, right, we'll take Hyena. Screw it. Alright, and there we go. So that's it. That is our pack opening for the week. It's not stellar. We got some okay cards, but nothing that is like a crazy big bomb or anything. So I guess the standouts is probably the Rush Recklessly. This card can be really, really good as a combat trick, especially into Jinzo. The second copy of Nobleman of Extermination is also really good. We just need more spell and trap removal, especially since Sam has access to so much better spell and trap removal than we do. We got the Magic Cylinder, which is a really cool card. This card might end up helping us steal a game against Sam. We'll have to see how it goes. We got the third copy of Kunai with Chain. That's okay. We got the Trap Dust Shoot. Again, this can be good, but only really early in the game, not really towards the end of the game. We've got the Regeki Break, which, again, really good removal card. Its cost is a bit steep, but that's probably worth it. We got another removal card, Old Vindictive Magician, and the Smash and Ground. We got a second copy of Chaos Sorcerer. That means we now have a total of 4 Chaos cards, so we'll have to see how that goes. Jiu-Jitsu, again, can be a really fantastic body that can act as removal. We have 2 copies of Hammer Shot, again, really good cards. The second Dekoichi, and the Thestalos, which... 2 Thestalos, I would rather have Mobius or Zaborg. I think Thestalos is probably the weakest of these, but we'd rather have it than no Monarchs, I guess. So... that's it. That's the entire pool. Hopefully we can make something out of this. So let's fire it over into deck edit and see what we can do. So this is the deck we're bringing to today's game. This is our kind of evolution of chaos strategy. Obviously we have our 2 bombs in Blackluster Soldier, Envoy at the beginning, and Chaos Emperor Dragon, Envoy at the end, and our 2 Chaos Sorcerers. So our strategy is pretty basic. We just want to get these cards online as much as possible. So we're playing as many good lights and darks as we have access to. Our dark monsters are pretty good. For our beat sticks, we've got Archfiend Soldier, Giant Orc, Zombira, 3 copies of Dark Elf. That's kind of it for our beat sticks. For our light beat sticks, we're on Thunder Nian Nian, Homunculus, and Hysteric Fairy. Then we have a little bit of a drop in power level with the 2 Mirage Dragons, which can be relevant because they do prevent trap cards being activated during the battle phase, which can be really good if Sam's on Sakuretsu armor or if he's pulled a Mirror Force. So just generically an okay card. So back to the darks, we've got 2 Dekoichi, flip draw a card, 1400 body is also not terrible. Sangan for the searching. We have the 4-star Ladybug of Doom, which is okay. If Sam is still on a very level 4 centric strategy, we can use this to just blow out his field. Sam last week did commit a lot of monsters to field, and this card managed to just blow up a ton of them, so it can be really, really powerful. We're on the Knight Assailant, who does have the ability to flip a destroy card, and if it's sent from our hand to the graveyard, we can target one of our flip monsters to the graveyard, put it back in our hand. We have 2 copies of Morphing Jar, freshly pulled from Tournament Pack 2. This card can be a bit of a blowout. We are still playing a lot of monsters, which can screw this card over a little bit because we want to have our hand empty, ideally. We want Sam to have a full hand, flip this over, He empties his whole hand, we both drop to 5, and we've just plussed a crap ton. But we'll see how that goes. This card's probably still going to be good enough to play. Old Vindictive Magician, just another Manic Bug effect. Magical Merchant can fill our graveyard and is a light monster. So we're on 6 lights, which is a little bit low, but we don't really want more than that, especially since light monsters generally are quite weak. So for spells, we're still on 2 Nobleman Extermination. This is the best Stratotrap removal we have. It's the best we're going to get, I think. And then we're on just a bunch of removal and Hammer Shot, freshly pulled. We've got the Lightning Vortex, the Smashing Ground, the Offerings to the Doomed. And then for the other spells, we have Pot of Greed and Rush Recklessly. Rush Recklessly is basically soft removal, so that's decent. And Pot of Greed is just incredible. So then we just have a bunch of removal in our spell traps, except for our new trap card Magic Cylinder, which might be able to steal a game. If Sam commits something massive to the board, we can just blast it back in the face for a ton of damage. And then Magic Drain just can sometimes stop a spell. So for the side deck, just the 3D spells in case he's on any kind of stall shenanigans. If he's plays something like Level Limit Area B or anything like Messenger of Peace, we need a way to get rid of it. And on the remove traps for the same reason. If he's on something like Gravity Bind or Ordeal of a Traveler, we need a way to get rid of it. We're on Back to Square One and Dark Core. These are in the side deck because they have quite a heavy cost, and we don't really want to have to discard a card to get rid of one of his monsters. And we are starting to get some okay removal that we can use 1-for-1, so we'll keep them in there for now. And similar for Yugioh Drakmord, this is in the side deck because Sam was on a lot of tribute monsters last time, and if he tributes over a monster equipped with this, it just destroys it and it's completely gone. It's completely wasted. Then we're on the Mind Crush and Trap Dust Shoot combo. This can be good if we're going first, but we'll have to see how it goes. 2 copies of Threatening Roar, again, very good, especially since Sam's got spell trap removal. We can just chain this, but this card doesn't net us any advantage, and this is probably going to stay in the side deck in case Sam gets any kind of OTK or big blowout strategy, and then just the 1 Horn of Heaven in case we feel we need it. So the deck is very, very powerful. We just need to hope that we find our Chaos monsters a little bit later into the game, and we get Lights and Darks into the graveyard a little bit earlier into the game. But I'm feeling pretty confident here. Let's fire in and see what Sam's got for us. So, last week was a bit of an upset, I guess, because I pulled, I would say, probably the biggest bomb of last week. I don't think you pulled any individual card that was, like, crazy good. Unfortunately, I didn't see that card at all. So, you managed to, I believe, take the first game with a combination of Change of Heart and drawing some nice big, beefy monsters off the top. I believe Giant Orc finished me off.
Yeah, I think I just went big beats.
Yeah, well, I mean, that, you know, your deck obviously last week was kind of a half just kind of straight up beatdown strategy with this half kind of tribute strategy going on, because obviously you had a lot of cards that could get you tribute fodder, things like Change of Heart. You were on the autonomous action unit. I think you had something else, but you had. The
idea as well was like Giant Orcs is just like, it's a 2200 defender that just sits there in attack mode, right?
Yeah.
You just got to attack with it sometimes.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? You can use it as removal to just attack over something, have it change to defense, and it gets rid of itself, whatever. It uses your normal summon, but it gets rid of a monster. Or you can leave it in attack mode and just be like a wall and use it for tribute fodder. Or you can use it to get in at someone's life points, and 2200 is a lot, right? That's over a quarter of life points, so it's...
Yeah, exactly.
It can just be just a really powerful card. Then what was it? Game 2, I think I chaosed you out of the game, and then game 3, I bricked on my 2 tribute monsters in the deck and couldn't do anything.
Oh yeah, I remember.
So I think it's a weird one. I think probably looking at our 2 decks, I think my deck was maybe slightly stronger last week. I definitely have, I think, the better one-ofs last week, but your deck, I feel, has more consistently good cards across the ball. Like, you have access to better removal than I do, I think. In my opinion. I don't know if you share that. I think you had more copies of, like, I think you had, like, Smashing Grounds, Sakuretsu's.
You have the Lightning Vortex, which is obviously a nice one, but I don't know how much summoning multiple creatures we're going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, obviously, because I was going for the beat strategy, my guys are just bigger than your guys, right?
Yeah.
Most of the time. So
well, there's the small caveat, right, where I can include stronger monsters, but I kind of want to be on Lights and Darks.
Yeah, exactly.
You not having Chaos monsters means you can say, I don't need the Lights and Darks, I'll just go for, like, the Earth 1900 attackers, and I'll go for, whatever else you need. But I'm kind of sat here like, well, I need these light monsters, and as we all know, light monsters are a little bit weak a lot of the time, so...
Yeah. That's just the way it is, but yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what you're on, because obviously your two decks have changed quite drastically. You're on kind of a wind beatdown deck week 1. Then you're on kind of this just pure aggro beatdown with this like tribute theme going into week 2. So week 3, I'm interested to see if that's like... I assume it will just be an evolution of that second one, maybe with less of the tribute theme, just because you lost Change of Heart. I think a lot of those tribute monsters might end up being a little bit more bricky than they were. So
I mean, I'm expecting a little bit more of the same from you, to be honest. I think you might cut a couple of the weenies out, and maybe get a couple of just, maybe even just bigger defenders. I can't remember if Spirit of the Harp or whatever is a light, but I would expect. I'm expecting maybe a little bit like that.
These cards, right? Even Spirit of the Harp is a rare, so like it's not an easy one to get your hands on.
Like that's the level of what I'm expecting. I'm just saying.
Well, I think that's the thing. You know I've got BLS and CED, and with both of the Envoys, I'm not going to not play Chaos, right?
Yeah, and plus I think if you didn't play Chaos, you've probably pulled around the idea of playing Chaos more times than not.
Yeah,
so I feel
a lot of
like
generically good cards, right? Like the only time I think I'm pulling specifically for Chaos is when I'm seeing like, oh, a light monster that's decent. You know, it's not like I've got, I don't know, things like Dimension Fusion or anything like that, right? I mean, little spoilers, I didn't pull Dimension Fusion.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, shall we fire on in?
Yeah, let's go. Let's do this.
Alright. Let's go with this. Alright, let's see what we get here.
Ooh.
This is...
Sound.
I was just thinking something similar. I will set... and then set 3 behind it, because Heavy Storm doesn't exist. Pass back. Okay. So, I will normal summon Dark Elf.
Yep.
I'll flip summon Dekoichi.
Okay.
We'll go straight to battle. We will attack with Dekoichi. Ooh. It's an interesting one.
I saw this and went, this could be handy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't...
It only kind of goes off once, but...
Main 2, I guess we'll just pass it.
We're drawing this half of the deck, are we?
Apparently. I shouldn't just back to attack. Let's go to the battle phase. Let's hit this and see what we got here. Night Assailant is fine. We'll go main 2. We will set and then set 2 more back row and pass back.
Holy. Okay. Oh, normal summon Insect Knight.
Oh, which of my many holes do I want him to fall into?
Or crumble under a needle ceiling.
I think a summon is fine. So now the question becomes, am I okay to lose him? I think we will have him crumble under a needle ceiling, you know. I think getting rid of the 2k defender would have been a nuisance.
And just in case face down is what I think it is, we're going to set some cards.
That's actually really annoying. Oh, that is like so... I've drawn like the most annoying card for this position. It's so frustrating. Alright, fuck it.
Go on, flip them all. Draw BLS. Oh, yeah, it was a set. You did get them all in draw.
Pot agreed.
Oh, fuck me.
Now, what do we do? I guess we'll go to battle phase. We'll get in for 7. I'm sure you're happy to see it such a small number.
Yeah.
So you lost a Spine and Knight. That's pretty good. I will set And I guess we'll set another back row and pass back. Okay. So you're going to tribute. That's the plan here. I suppose I will activate Magic Drain here.
Okay. You can have a newly acquired fissure.
Okay. So next up, I think we will... Am I using this? We'll fire off the Regeki Break, I think. I think this is a good time for it. I think... Am I getting rid of this? Yeah, I'm going to get rid of the Vortex here.
Yeah, that's fine. That's...
I feel like you wanted my monster for a reason, for some sort of tribute summon or something, so I feel keeping you off that is definitely worth it. And I still maintain card advantage.
I will set a monster and pass.
Okay, okay. Don't think I want to attack you. I'll probably put this to defense. Then we will set yet another back row and pass back to you.
Alright, okay. Flip summon Gravekeeper Spy.
There's not a lot I can really do about that. Okay, no effect. I think this is fine. It's just the 4-star
Okay.
Legacy. I mean, it's good that you got rid of it there.
Yeah, I wanted to see what that little bugger was.
I get to keep it though, so I'm not too upset with it.
Normal summon this guy.
Okay. And he's a level 3 as well.
He is.
Alright, let's summon Mirage Dragon. So this thing dies, you get out a little annoying monster. There's not a lot I can do about that. I have to get rid of it, so we will swing in. Ooh, okay. So we really want to get tribute off by the looks of it. I can't really do anything about this. Yeah, so I think we just have to pass on this.
I didn't want to summon this guy until your face down had been revealed. I didn't want it to be a Night Assailant, so I was willing to jump through some hoops. We'll deal with this one first.
I think we'll deal with you first.
Okay, well, fair enough. If you got it, you got it.
Indeed. And it had to be specifically a quick play spell as well, so that was like the only thing that really outed that from that position. Let's get some aggro going. If you got Mirror Force, you got... Well, in fact, you can't use Mirror Force if you have Mirror Force. Do we just go straight to battle here? I think we do. Let's go with Morphing Jar. Play around Gauze, you know. Swing in with the 4-star.
This is very awkward.
And then we'll pass back.
It's like I keep drawing cards in like such an order that I'm like, how am I drawing these cards in this order?
You know, I've had a similar feeling throughout this game. Well, so now Needle Sealing's live, but Needle Sealing, although fine, doesn't net a ton of value here. Question is, do I summon into it? I think
I'm still trying to wade through the back row. Ooh.
We're going to summon Dark Elf.
Okay.
We're going to go to battle phase.
Yep.
We're going to declare an attack with Mirage Dragon.
Hello.
It's not bad, but it doesn't beat Rush Recklessly.
Oh my god.
I don't get to redeclare, feels bad, because it's already flipped up, that makes sense.
Yeah. We're past the attack deck stage.
Let's try and get in with this. Let's try and get in with this.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't know if you were going to have something. I don't know if the attack order mattered at all there. I'm pretty sure
I just
it didn't,
had
but...
all monsters, so
Yeah.
all I could do was just play a monster every turn.
And that just goes to show Morphing Jar really won me that game, just getting that little bit of extra advantage. Then I could just 1-for-1 you more efficiently. And in some cases 2-for-1 where it didn't matter.
Fuck me, no, not again.
What if I greedy jar?
Oh, bugger off.
I guess we'll set and just pass on that. It's probably not a morphing jar this time, right? Ooh, the secret rare Geminis. I think.
Yeah, we pulled it and went, well.
No, we'll take that. I'll tell you that.
I mean, the main thing for you is that's an early light in the grave.
Well, what if we out your Gemini and get a dark on the board? So we will set a back row and pass. Oh, now, is this worth hitting with a trap hole? Probably not. My boy. Okay, what to do with this? I could do this. During the end phase, this card is a graveyard because it's destroyed on the field in center of this turn. So that gives you potential tribute fodder. We'll start by banishing a light and a dark.
Jesus.
We're going to use the effect, I think.
Yeah.
Then we're going to summon a new addition to the deck, the Homunculus, the Alchemic Being. We'll go battle, get in for the 18. This gives me a little bit of protection against Fissure. We'll set another back row and pass.
Oh, so we'll hit the new one.
Well, I can't stop
Just
it.
chances are the old one was Regeki Break.
It's not a bad shout. Could be used when your monster was summoned.
Yeah, okay, we've got to try and whittle down some stuff. See if we can get something.
I think I have to Regeki Break here, just because if you do a Fissure, this completely clears my board. I think we will be pitching 4-starred Ladybug.
Okay. In main phase 2, we will set 2.
Ooh, 2. Okay, well we have the Nobleman. It's not quite as good as your MST, but it's not bad. I guess we'll hit this one. Okay, so we hit the, well, I say the bluff, a bluff. I mean, I think we have to attack with BLS either way, right? Realistically here. So we will attack with Homunculus first. Then we will attack with BLS. Okay, so nothing there. I didn't have any way to game you there either way. We'll set a defense and pass. Okay, so that's Homunculus dealt with. Is this the Fissure?
Yeah.
Oh, so we did get the read on the Fissure.
I had the Fissure, the autonomous action unit, and I was like, why can't you just be a smashing ground?
I can't kill you. This is mildly frustrating. I flip summon Old Vindictive Magician. I'm getting some chip damage in.
Yeah.
I will attack. And I guess it's no harm in revealing to you, I have another monster, but it has less than 650 attack.
Jesus. Okay, so... What, we've got a Man-Eater Bug or a Night Assailant, so I guess I have to start clearing monsters.
Ow. And you do have the back row now as well.
It gives you a Dark, so if you do draw another Chaos monster... I mean, this is where Chaos just thrives, right? You got the BLS out early, and it's like, how am I supposed to compete with that?
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's just such a powerful bomb, and if I didn't draw any light monsters, I'd have been fucked. I'm pretty sure I have game here. I'm trying to work out what the safest way to game you is. I guess it's this. So, we'll banish a light and a dark.
Oh my god.
To the other Envoy. And then I believe I can just use its effect, and that's going to be the safest way.
Yeah. There's no way I deal on like turn 3 with 2 Chaos monsters.
Yeah. It's again, my deck has the ridiculous one-offs, right? And if I see them and I'm able to actually get them out on the field, they are completely bonkers. But if I don't see them, I feel like you probably have the advantage.
Game 1, it was like, okay, you set 5 and drawn Morphing Jar. Like, if you just had a ton of monsters, we're probably on an equal playing field. But the fact that you get the value of just, I have 5 back row, and now I have a full hand again.
Well, I have dropped the number of monsters in the deck to try and facilitate Morphing Jar, although not as low as I would have liked it, just because I feel like I still don't have enough good spell and traps, whereas I still have plenty good monsters.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you want to play game 3?
Yeah, go for it. I'm going to go first. I'm going to see how this plays out.
Oh.
Because the issue I've had every game is I've played a card, you've had an answer for it, and then you get to play the game.
Yeah.
And I only have an answer to 1 card, but now you've got 2.
Yeah, so you want the momentum.
Unfortunately,
it's Gaff!
It's not how it always goes. Yeah, I got Gaff, and I thought, well, he's just better Giant Hook for me.
So this is a bit weird. So Gaff is also really cool. I think this is an ultra rare, but he's a really cool card. I used to play him quite a lot back in the day. I do have an out to him, which is one of my new cards, Hammer Shot.
Nice.
I didn't really want to use it on a Gaff, because Gaff usually takes care of himself, but at the same time, I do still feel like you're on this like tribute-centric strategy, so I want to try and keep you off that. Unfortunately as well, we don't have the best... Like, we can get at your life points, but we're going to have to trade a little bit here.
Okay.
So we'll get in for 2k. Then we'll go main 2. We're going to set 2 back row. And pass back. So obviously Gaff was a new card, but this wasn't your quote-unquote brick. We haven't seen that yet.
No.
Oh,
I've drawn it once, unfortunately, already. I mean, if that's what you had to get at my life points, I'll put you on, you need to have another monster or removal.
So in my head, I was like, maybe you don't have Arm Dragon level 3 because you summoned
Marsh Dragon.
Yeah, what was the other
one? And then I summoned Twin Headed Behemoth because I drew the Arm Dragon and the thing off the Morphing Jar.
I had kind of assumed then that you had mind gamed me a little bit and you weren't on the Arm Dragon. You were just using it as the climb to get to the Twin Headed. Alright, well we have Mirage Dragon, which might screw your back row a little bit. I don't know. We'll try and attack over. Okay, so that's pretty good for us. We will then...
I feel like, I don't know, if you'd have had that, you probably would have just hit me with that instead of the Dark Elf, so I have a feeling you drew that. But...
Okay. We will respond here. We'll get you with a bottomless. Ooh,
okay,
just
well,
oh no! I would have no. My bomb.
Oh, come on, bruh.
That's what I mean. It's a card that it does right. It either wins you the game or it doesn't do anything a lot of the time, right? Because it doesn't gain any advantage or anything. What am I doing here? This is tricky. Let's get aggressive. We'll normal summon Giant Orc.
Yeah.
We'll go battle. We will attack with the Mirage Dragon. And then we're actually just going to swing with the Orc. And then we're going to pass. Well, you've eaten through all my back row. Do you have any monsters left? Oh, he does. It's a good one. Alright, 300 damage. My boy's stuck in defense mode. Alright, we're gonna try and end the game, I guess? In everyone's favourite way to do it. I'm gonna banish a light in the dark. Oh, that's a good one. That is a very good one. Alright, so now we're gonna activate Hammer Shot. And then normal summon Sangan.
Oh my god. I drew bottomless. Come on. There's nothing I could do. Well, I guess I could have not. I could have bottomless the BLS, but
Yeah, bottomless, the BLS would have been better there if you knew exactly that I had a monster in my hand. Yeah. Because I had exactly game, right?
Did you draw the Mirage Dragon? Or did you already have it in hand?
No, I already had it in hand. So the reason I didn't summon it there was because Dark Elf is harder for you to get rid of, and I wanted to bait removal from it, because I feel like if I just summon Mirage and hit you with it, you can just summon a 19 and just attack over me, and it's pretty, like, the flow of the game goes back into your favor, right? Whereas I want you to use resources or expend more powerful cards to get over my guy. And then when I already had a Dark in the graveyard, that's when I'm like, well, now Mirage Dragon just wants to be in the graveyard.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't like having to run into your removal. I want to force you to use your removal on me, if that makes sense. Like, I want to kind of control the pace of the game if I can. But yeah, you saw my bomb. So my good pull for the week was Magic Cylinder. Obviously, I got a bit more removal. I think I got 2 copies of Hammershot this week. I got I think I got my first Smashing Ground this week. So I did get a little bit extra.
Your removal has gone up. Every time, every game I tried to do something, I couldn't. I really struggled.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got double fissure this week.
Ooh, okay, so your removal's also gone up then.
I also got a trap hole.
Ooh, that's definitely an interesting one. Obviously, it's not as good as bottomless, but in some situations it can be better.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, so you saw the Gemini Elf. You saw the Gaff. Yeah, it's not much else to talk about apart from a certain 3000 attack monster.
All right.
That I never managed to even attempt to summon.
All right. Off the top of my head, right? 3000 attack. So it's not a Blue Eyes, because why would you play that, right? So Lava Golem, potentially. Again, one of the Envoys, you could have got a copy. God, what else even has 3000 attack? And right, so 3000 attack and is like kind of playable, because I assume you're not just going to jam something that's completely useless.
Yeah. There's a line to this guy.
I really cannot think of what it could be. Oh, Horus?
Yeah.
Oh, so we are on the Horus.
We pulled the Horus level 8.
So that's because you already had the 6.
Yeah. So I pulled it and I was like, well, I can't not.
Yeah.
It's just this week, every time I ran into you, you always had back row pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, again, if I draw it, right? That's just how it goes.
Yeah.
So you potentially have the spell trap lock with Jinzo and Horus then. What's your spell card that you've got 1 copy of?
Reinforcement of the army, but it's really funky. Art. Yeah, really funky art.
Okay. Yeah. So for my pulls, I also got one other thing, which you have technically seen. But Tournament Pack 2 was very kind to me and gave me 2 copies of Morphing Jar.
You got 2 Morphing Jar, bro.
Yes. I don't know if I had it last week as well, but I have 2 Chaos Sorcerer now. I can't remember if I pulled that this week or last week. But yeah, I have that now. And speaking of which, because I won this week, you will get to ban another card from my collection.
Yes.
You got any? Right. Obviously, you know this isn't you choosing, but have you got any initial impressions of cards that you're like, oh man, that's
right. So the first card on the chopping block is Chaos Sorcerer.
Yeah, because it hits multiple cards in the deck.
Because I know that in these games you played BLS, you even killed me with Zed. But if I can put you on a Chaos deck that only has 2 Chaos monsters, if I get rid of BLS, you're still playing Chaos.
Yeah.
Because you'll most likely get a 3rd Sorcerer, and then you've got 4 Chaos monsters to just absolutely turn the tide with.
Plus, it's a common, so there is a likelihood that I just get another Chaos Sorcerer this week, and then I've got a full 5 engine, or if you have one of the 2.
If I can get you off Chaos, I think that'll bring you down to... Because the power level of your deck is a lot higher than mine at the moment.
Yeah, my ceiling
that's just what Chaos
way
is.
higher. Yeah.
That's unfortunately the powerhouse of chaos.
I feel like your floor
strategies.
is higher than mine, but my ceiling is way higher than
Yeah.
yours. Like, that's kind of where I feel we're at the moment. So it comes down to, am I lucky enough to see the cards that are going to just win me the game, all my bombs? Or if not, if it becomes like a slower grind game, I feel like you are going to probably eke me out. But I think just all 3 of those games, I just found my chaos bombs. And it was just like, okay, well, this is it.
If you ever drop a chaos monster, I have to have like 2. Like, you played around the fissure, which you were smart to, obviously, and I was just sat there going, why couldn't this be a smashing ground?
Yeah, I mean, you've got 2 smashings and 2 fissures, right? Which is all non-targeting destruction. So it is all still pretty good, right? Like, and I think it will probably take a while for you to pull good enough that you take fissure out of your deck. I think eventually it probably will come out, but not for a while. I'm still sat here clinging to my 1 Sakuretsu armor, my 1 copy of Smashing Ground, just like
I
one of
am
these
up
days.
to double sack as well.
Oh yeah. I think did you have 2 last week? I don't remember if you did or not.
I was up to 2 sack last week, yeah.
Okay. Because it's a tricky one. We both are now starting to get these like very powerful decks, it feels like, for like almost different reasons. But now with Chaos Sorcerer gone, I still think it's probably going to be worth running the Lights and Darks.
Yeah.
But now maybe I can tone the number down, but if I do, then it becomes even trickier. Because in that game 1, for example, I drew into the Chaos Emperor Dragon and then flipped Morphing Jar, right? And I was like, well, I'm not going to just not do this just to keep this around. So I sent it to the graveyard. I drew 2 Chaos Sorcerers off of that Morphing Jar and still had no lights. Like, no lights in my hand, no lights in the grave.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh dear. Unfortunately, the game went on like just long enough where I managed to like come back from that anyway, so it didn't matter too much.
Well, as I said, like, you set 5 Morphing Jarred me, so I had so much back row I had to get through in what my deck can only normal summon attack. You know what I mean? I've not got the stuff.
You're playing this like beat down, kind of 1-for-1 as many of my cards as possible, but keep attacking me. So if we do end up batting our monsters against each other because we run out of traps and spells, yours should have like better value and be able to crash.
Well, that's the thing. There is no real, like, outside of chaos, there's no real like special summon strategy, you know?
Yes.
In DM.
So there is kind of, right, because there's the what was it called? The DDT, except Breed Diamond Dude. What was it? The Reasoning Gate. Reasoning Gate was the deck, right?
Right.
So that's one way you can go. Again, very, very difficult to pull off because it needs a lot of like high rarity cards. And then like Relinquished was kind of playable, but again, very, very high rarity because we don't have access to starter deck Pegasus. And also a little bit memey, right? Because all it takes is 1 removal spell and Relinquished goes away.
Yeah.
So, I can't really think what else there was. Like, there was the Gigantes Earth Beatdown was a thing. That has like some special summoning, but it's not, it's not a special summon deck. It just is a deck that occasionally special summons. Then I guess Metamorphosis was the other one, which again isn't a deck. That's just
there are ways to special summon, but like not like maybe the Earth one is the main one, which is like could summon 2 or 3 guys in a turn potentially.
Maybe like Rock Spirit with it.
Yeah, but
I mean, I guess the level cards as well, because you're on kind of a level strategy here, right? You've got...
I pulled a Mass Dragon, so I thought, hey, if you're on a more aggressive variant, I can play this. I ended up siding it out because you're still on a very like control-y style.
Yeah.
Even though I'm pretty sure you drew all of your big guys every game, but hey.
Listen, okay. Who did or did not draw extremely well and got very, very lucky is irrelevant, okay? The better player won.
yeah. But I am going to seal the Chaos Sorcerer ban because I feel like I probably have to hit another Chaos Monster. But next week is going to be a lot more manageable, you having 2 Chaos Monsters than you having 4.
Yeah, I mean, they're not searchable. The graveyard has to be set up. I still have to play the light tax to be able to run them. They're still going to be these bombs, but they maybe not going to be like as consistent. So we'll have to see how that goes. Oh, but yeah, GG, buddy.
GG.